Welcome dear students. So today we are going to start the topic of the nomenclature of the amino acids. You know that nomenclature is the system of the naming of the compounds. The compounds may be organic or inorganic, but in this particular lecture we will focus on the nomenclature of the amino acids, mean naming of the amino acids. There are two types of the names. One are the common names or trivial names. These names do not have any scientific basis. They are not related to the structure of the compound. They are not given to any organic compound on some scientific basis. Rather, they are simply common names which are given to the organic compounds without following any rules or regulations. On the other hand, second one are the IUPAC names, which are also called as the systematic names. IUPAC stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So these names are given to the organic compounds by following the certain rules and regulations which are published by the IUPAC. Now my dear students, when we talk about the amino acids, then most of the amino acids are familiar with us with their common names. So common names of the amino acids, they are the most familiar names. Common names of the amino acid are the most common in the daily life. The amino acids are given common or trivial names on two bases, either on the basis of source or on the basis of their property. For example, tyrosine, which is an amino acid, its common name tyrosine is derived from the Greek word tyros, which means cheese, because cheese is the main source of the amino acid tyrosine. On the other hand, the simplest amino acid, which is the glycine, it is named so because in the Greek language, glycus means sweet. So this amino acid is sweet in taste. That's why on the basis of this property, this amino acid is given the common name glycine. Now my dear students, in case of all the amino acids, some abbreviations are also used, and these abbreviations are usually the first three letters of the common name of the amino acid. Just like TYR, these are the first three letters of the name tyrosine, so that is the abbreviation of this amino acid. And in case of glycine, the first three letters are GLY, so these first three letters, they make the abbreviation of the glycine. So in case of all the amino acids, these abbreviations are used, which are usually the first three letters of their common names. Now my dear students, the IUPAC names of the amino acid, which are very less commonly used in the daily life or in the daily life study of the chemistry of the amino acids. Though the IUPAC names of the amino acids are basically related to the IUPAC names of the carboxylic acids. The amino acids are also called as the amino alkanoic acids. Amino acid is the common name of the class, while amino alkanoic acid is the IUPAC name of the amino acids. In case of glycine, that is the structural formula of the glycine, and looking at this formula, it is given the name as 2-amino-ethanoic acid. Basically, the glycine is the amino derivative of the ethanoic acid, because we replace one of the alpha hydrogen of the ethanoic acid with the amine group. So that's why its IUPAC name is the 2-amino-ethanoic acid. On the other hand, this one is the formula of the alanine. Now my dear students, alanine is the derivative of the propanoic acid, mean the carboxylic acid with the 3 carbon atoms. And in this case, we replace one of the alpha hydrogen of the propanoic acid with the amino group. So it is given as the name, it is carbon number 1, 2 and 3. So it is 2-amino propanoic acid as it has 3 carbon atoms in it. This is the IUPAC name of the alanine, while the IUPAC name of the glycine is the 2-amino ethanoic acid. Similarly, this one is another amino acid which is serine, and now my dear students, this amino acid is produced when alpha hydrogen of propanoic acid is replaced with amino group and beta hydrogen of the propanoic acid is replaced with the hydroxyl group. So it will be carbon number 1, it will be 2, and here is the 3. Its IUPAC name will be 2-amino because amino group is attached to the second carbon, 3-hydroxy as the OH group is attached to the third carbon, and it has total of 3 carbon atoms, so it will be the propanoic acid. This one is the IUPAC name of the serine. So IUPAC names, they are very less used in the study of the amino acids, but amino acids are mostly known by their common names. We can also give IUPAC names to the other amino acids, but at FSC level it is not required. If you are a student of the class 12 or even class 11, then you can memorize just the IUPAC name of the simple amino acids. There is no need to remember or memorize or learn the IUPAC name of the more complex amino acids. So it was all about the nomenclature of the amino acids.